What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video from your boys, Stephen. Got Miguel with me as well. Welcome to death. Welcome to Death Valley Driver. Yeah, man. Today we're starting our new series. Hopefully a long-running one because there's a lot to cover. We're calling it Going for 5. This is going through a whole catalog of matches, being added as we speak, of Dave Meltzer's 5-star rated matches. There are currently 322
Jesus.
no signs of stopping. 322 Dave Meltzer 5s. And going from 1982, 1983 to now. He just gave 3 more over Revolution weekend. So yeah, me and Miguel, we watched 5 matches over the weekend. 5-star rated matches. He chose 2, I chose 2. We kind of both picked one together. How are we feeling today, man? How are we feeling after watching some of these, 5 stars from Meltzer?
Great stuff. Obviously it's opinionated, and it was just a great experience because there's matches that I haven't seen in a while or matches that I have not seen at all. And in the future, especially when we do more of these episodes, which I don't even know how long we're going to do this for. It's going to be a whole new experience. So I'm very excited to do this series.
We got plenty of material to cover. That's for true. So we got 5 matches to talk about today. We're going to be continuously adding to a tier list that I made, as the series goes on. So we got, our tier list. We got from the top, we got 5-star matches. That's where me and Miguel agree that this match is a 5-star. If there was a Hall of Fame of wrestling matches, this would belong there, right? We got 4 3/4. Pretty much is very close to a 5. Maybe there's just 1 or 2 things that don't quite make it that 5 level. Still one of a 4 3/4. I think we both gonna agree that's like that's still like one of the greatest matches ever. I think we both agree on that. Got 4.5 comes next. Also, the 4.5. These are like on wrestlers' top 10 matches. If you had to if you had to make like a top 10 Dwayne The Rock Johnson matches, like you would see like a bunch of 4.5 still to compile that list. Still obviously great. 4 1/4, obviously, not great matches, obviously. Maybe just not like all-timer stuff, but if any wrestling show is a 4 1/4, then all in all, it's probably a good show, right? We got our 4-star. This is just floor level, just great match. Didn't quite like exceed, but still like a great match. And then we have anything lower than 4. This could be anything. We could have anything up to 3 3/4 to a fucking 1. There's some plenty of 5-star matches. You and me have already talked about this. That we're just not gonna put above 4. You can already imagine what these will be. Elevated, but anyway, let's get right into it. So this is a series, just trying to explain what it is, and let's get right into the first match. What do we got first? Miguel?
Yeah, so the first match we watched together, right on this list, is Terry Funk versus Ric Flair, Clash of the Champions, 1989.
1989. So I got some information to talk about in this match. I did a little research on everything we watched, just little tidbits. This is the 11th of 12 5-star matches from Ric Flair. This is 11 out of 12, rated by Dave Meltzer, obviously. This is the last 5-star match from the 80s. And it is in general his last 5-star singles match. He has one more. His last 5 stars of War Games, I think, in like 92, 93. This is the second of 2 5-star matches that Terry Funk ever received. And his only singles ever. His only singles match to ever get 5 stars. This is the 5th WCW match to get 5 stars out of 7. And it's the last singles WCW match to ever get 5 stars. 2 more War Games matches get it. And yeah, I just want to let's quickly talk about Dave Meltzer and his preferred wrestlers and who gets 5 stars. Dave Meltzer fucking loved Terry Funk. He was close to Terry Funk, right? And they were friends, and he only gave Funk 2 5-star matches. You and me, we love Terry Funk. He gets so much shit for not giving Angle 1, and his good friend and somebody he loved as a wrestler only has 2. I'm just put that out there. So I'm not going to hear any Angle discourse. Maybe he should have a 5-star match. We'll get into that maybe another time. But just want to get out the way. Miguel, obviously, Ric Flair and Terry Funk. I think we can both say possibly the 1 and 2 seed of pro wrestling history. These guys might just be like the 2 best ever. Wrestling Mount Rushmore. They're probably both up there, at least for North American wrestling. I love this match. I've never seen it before. I haven't seen too much of Terry Funk's heel work in general. Unfortunately, it's like a blind spot for me. I've seen just most of his face stuff. Mostly, I've seen this entire ECW run. I love. But this match is incredible. It's a great match. It's
actually pretty weird to see Flair as the face in this match, because I'm so used with seeing him as the heel. And this year for Rick was incredible. I have to give Ric Flair props, unfortunately.
Why is that unfortunate?
Yeah, but 89, even before this match, he just came off the Steamboat match too, which that match was great too. But the reason why Flair as a face worked, because Terry worked great as a heel too.
Mm-hmm.
And we were just talking about this when we were watching it, but this type of like style, it's just missed. Like we don't see it that much, like the brawling style. And we were just watching the match, and I'm just watching Flair just chop the living shit out of Funk. And Funk's like pushing his 50s, and to have a match like this is incredible.
Yeah, I think Conrad said it best. Him and Flair went over this match together a few years ago. Conrad said the best of the 70s versus the best of the 80s, I believe. And how Flair sells just being like in pain and like being in peril is amazing. He comes across, despite like being maybe the best heel ever, he comes across super sympathetic and somebody to truly root for against this wild like maniac. Terry just getting the shit kicked out of him, it feels like deserved. He goes around the ring like in ringside. He gets the fans pretty much involved in every aspect of it because he's going against the barricade and Flair's like punching him and chopping him. It's very cathartic, and it's an incredible match, incredibly physical. You don't see this anymore at all. Just no real high spots needed. Just good guy, getting sympathy and coming back and pushing the bad guy. And both double limb work, I love that. We love a little limb work around here.
We keep it old school here.
Yeah, we slow it down, buddy. Like Flair's working the leg, obviously, for the figure 4. Funk's working the neck. It drops some of it on the pile driver. Look nasty.
And also when he was targeting it, he told Rick, like, before he went for the power driver, he was like, "Say I quit."
Yeah,
I thought that was awesome.
the
We,
mic,
we need the refs
the
to
mic.
not say anything.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't need to hear Bryce Ramsberg give her again. I'm sorry, but
We need the wrestlers to hold the mic for this.
yeah, Funk was incredible in this. Maybe the best performance in the match. I loved it. They had a table spot in this, like way before tables were truly like a wrestling norm. Before Sabu introduced them to North America. Obviously wasn't a table meant to like take a spot. I think they ad-libbed it, but it was cool as hell. But yeah, very unique for the time. Just a wild, chaotic brawl. A good story. Cool aftermath. We didn't see that coming. It was awesome. Stinger, Luger, Muda. Fucking what the fuck?
And with JR, the Japanese.
The Japanese. Like okay. He has a name, but okay. The Japanese has invaded. Like, to get a little Debbie Downey, get a little negative. I feel like this really could have benefited. I don't want to sound like a blood mark. But Ric Flair was in this match. The no color?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's how I felt too, because although this was a great match, I felt like what's the word for this? I guess like tame. Like this felt a little bit tame for an I Quit match.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not asking for like a crazy spot, but like I felt like they could have got more violent, like more crimson, like some crimson would have been nice, or maybe like Funk like wedging a chair around like Flair's neck, like targeting like the neck more. But I don't know. I felt like they could have been a little bit more violent in this.
Yeah. It was more of just targeting like the body parts kind of I Quit match than huge amounts of like violence and like a hardcore style match that you would expect. It felt like it was missing maybe like one major spot. Having said that, I think regardless, this is one of their. We make a top 10 Ric Flair match, make a top 10 Terry Funk matches. I think both of these matches are on that list for sure. Definitely a fantastic match. Personally, now this is where me and Miguel here for these matches, we didn't come up to this agreement pre-recording. All right, there's a little inside baseball here. We're deciding what the rankings of these matches are going to be, the ratings of these matches right here, right now, in front of all of you. And we have to compromise. We don't necessarily agree. I'm sure it'll be something that comes up in this video, maybe right now. But I'll go first in this rating. Maybe you'll go next for the next match you talk about. But I personally give some guy in their like 50s who's gonna call me a fucking mark. I think Ric Flair, Terry Funk is a strong 4.5. A strong 4.5.
So I might have to go like 4.5 as well. I really like this match. Like I remember watching this like the first time, and I had it at 4.25. And wrestling's way better when you're watching it with people.
Yes.
And when we watched it, I felt like I had a way better time on the second watch than the first watch.
Yeah, that just goes without saying for sure. Yeah, it's always, it can be miserable sometimes watching it by yourself, but for sure. So I think we can both agree 4.5 here.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4.5 Flair Funk. Some people listen. 4.5 is a great rating, bro. Like, I'm sorry. Maybe we could have done 4.75, but nah. That 4.5 is still a great rating. Still one of the best matches of the 80s. One of the best matches of both guys' careers. It sucks that we can't talk about Terry Funk more in this video series, but I'm sure we'll make another video talk about Terry Funk. He's the best wrestler.
Forever.
Forever. For you devil sucking dog. What a beast. But yeah, What match we got next?
Yeah, so we have Christopher Daniels versus Samoa Joe versus AJ Styles at Unbreakable 2005.
Ooh, ooh. All right, so I forgot.
Ignore me saying "and."
That's fine. That's fine. But I forgot to mention I have. So, like I said, there's currently at the time recording 322 Meltzer fives. I have all of the matches we talked about, what number they are on that list in terms of like what entrant. Ric Flair and Terry Funk was the 24th match rated 5 by Dave. Unbreakable 2005, 96. 96. So this is in the Impact Zone. Christopher Daniels defending the X Division Championship. This is Christopher Daniels' only 5-star match ever. I guess there's still time, but I don't see it. This is a cool statistic. This is the second of Samoa Joe's 4 5-star matches. So this is number 2 of 4. This is one of 2 we had that very year, 2005. And it's also the second in a 3 5-star match streak. And what does that mean? It means that Meltzer's 95th, 96th, and 97th match he rated 5 all featured Samoa Joe.
What a
this would be
beast.
the CM Punk match. I think the second one, maybe it was the third, but it was definitely one of them.
And then he faced Kabashi Lily right after this.
yes. That's right between there. This is like his 5-star match streak he had in 2000s. And also the Unbreakable match, and it was a month. It was like a month from each other. It was a 1 month span from each other. So, best ever. I don't care. And this is the first of 2 5-star matches from AJ. AJ only has 2 5 stars from Dave, which I think is a bit silly, but it is what it is. This is also one of 2 5-star matches in TNA's history. They would get another one almost 2 decades later. And I think also first 3-way match ever to get 5 stars. That's the history of that. Getting into the match. This match is fucking awesome. This match is fucking amazing. Yeah. I love this match. I love everything about this match. This match is let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it.
We were popping hard even before the match because AJ came out to every day of my life.
Yeah, man, it's hard to say if there's any wrestler in history that has a better theme song list than AJ Styles. He's up there. Him, Punk, Randall Keith. If don't listen to him, but yeah.
Also Christian.
Yeah, Yes, oh man. He doesn't have one miss.
Yeah.
You think you know me. But yeah, I love this match. This match is very important to me. I've rewatched it plenty of times. It's been a while since my last rewatch, up until when we watched it the other day. It's such a fucking roller coaster ride, man. Like the worst thing about triple threats or 3-ways, sorry, I'm WWE Mark. Don't put that picture of me again. But the worst, like the stand up for the Fed. The worst thing about 3-way matches is like just like the games, like you roll out, right? If you roll out, 2 guys have a singles match, and the other guy rolls out, and then the other 2 have a singles match. That happens in this match, obviously, but not until like the last 5-6 minutes of it. It's mostly just like 3 guys constantly fighting each other the whole time, and just little tiny breaks in between, and the pace of it is awesome. There's really no downtime. It's between 3 men that just have wrestled each other like hundreds of times beforehand. Like Joe had just faced Styles a month before, an amazing match. Joe and Daniels have a lot of history. Styles and Daniels have a long history. It's there's an incredible company making match.
Yeah, but This match was incredible. You know, it's very hard for me to get into like multi matches. Like I'm more of a one-on-one or tag um match guy. I will say triple threats are far superior than fatal four ways,
100%.
but like what Steven mentioned of the the structure of this match, like the structure of this match was great. It wasn't a way where, you know, Daniels would roll out and then Joe and Styles would get minutes, or like vice versa. This was total nonstop. Not no pun intended.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was nonstop action. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
just all around just all around great stuff. And it was expected because these are among the greatest. And I know Daniels does not get that much love from the casual audience, but Daniels in his prime, he's fucking sick too.
Hey man, you know, he hit that DeathValleyDriver. He hit that DeathValleyDriver.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really just great chemistry and just off the walls wrestling. I've heard AJ and Joe talk about it, and that kind of made me think a little less, not a little. Joe and Styles both, they don't think it's perfect because apparently the last 10 minutes of the match or so are ad-libbed, like things, a spot gets blown here and there. I think you and I both noticed that Joe doesn't go for a pin at one point in the match, like looking around. Maybe just a mistime cue. I don't know. I don't care. I think it's perfect regardless. A little flaw like that doesn't persuade me to think of it in a different way. Daniels loves it. And Styles and Joe both still love it, but they talk about it like, oh, it could have been better. Like, what are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about? This is the best three-way ever. I think this match inspired Ospreay to be a wrestler too. Yeah. Which is, you know, yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, this might still be the best TNA match ever. Nah, I'm not trying to shit on TNA. TNA's had a lot of great matches in its history, but this is probably still the best. And it's something I can rewatch and put on anytime and be just as excited for. And for that, you know, as we're getting to the rating, I think I've already kind of made my case clear. It's a 5-er for me. It's a 5-er for me. Two of my favorite wrestlers ever, Christopher Daniels, who I love too, probably my top 50. Yeah, it's a 5-er. It's a 5-er. I think you're gonna think differently, but it's okay. Let's hear it.
It's not bad. It's not a bad rating, but 4.75.
4 3/4, huh? 4 3/4.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I don't know what would make me not go the 5-er. It's just a gut feeling. I feel like Joe and AJ and Daniels probably have, well, this is Daniels' best match. Yeah. But I think Joe and Styles probably have a way better match than this, in my opinion. But in TNA standards, this is probably the best match ever. Probably have to go through multiple rewatches because there's a ton of great matches from TNA.
Final deletion,
yeah. But
Brother Nero,
this was just a gut feeling for to go for 4 3/4.
I'm with you there. I can compromise. I'm a compromising guy. I can do 4 3/4. That's fine. We can do 4 3/4. We don't have to debate. It's an amazing match. It's one of the best best 3-ways ever. Okay. So what do we got next? We got 2 matches down, 3 to go. What we got?
Yeah, so we have Jaguar Yokota versus Lioness Asuka, AJW 1985.
So a lot of history behind this match. Anyway, this is the sixth match in history rated 5 by Dave Meltzer. This is the first of 3 5-star matches from Lioness Asuka. She has 2 more. This is her first. This is the one and only 5-star from Jaguar Yokota. And this is not only the first of 19 AJW matches rated 5 stars, but the first women's match ever to have that rating. It's the first women's match to be rated 5 stars. So let's peel back the curtain, going for DeathValleyDriver Unreal real quick.
Yeah.
We watched a abbreviated version of this match, thinking it was the real one on YouTube.
It was the real one, but it was like it was edited, so instead of like the 24 minutes, it was like
we watched
down to like 10 minutes.
We watched like an 8-minute match, and yes. I was like praising it, like, oh, see, you don't need like 20 minutes to tell a story. You get this shit done in 8 and be incredible. No, it was 24 minutes. it was a 24-minute match. But we did end up watching it after the actual match.
You watched the shitty version that I sent you. I watched the clear version.
I watched like a 240p version of the match. You saved yourself like a HD fucking crisp version of this match, whatever, man.
And you wanted to watch SmackDown 2007.
I watched SmackDown 2007. After that, I'm not watching the match for a third time, okay? I'm not watching. I wanted to watch Undertaker Finlay. That match is awesome. Ethical 4-star match. But let's stick on this. So obviously, this has a lot of hype to it, being the first women's 5-star. Dave, champion of woman, despite what you might hear from him, despite how he doesn't give Mercedes her props, but it's okay. But he was watching and praising women's wrestling way before anybody, to give him his credit, his flowers. He's was very invested in AJW and very invested in Lioness, Asuka, and Samoa, and he gave them their flowers here, and the match in general is awesome. It's a fantastic match. I've never seen it before. I've seen some Lioness Asuka stuff more in the later parts of her career. Not much of Jaguar Yokota, but this is just like an incredible match. The crowd was just so into it. Like, they're
something about AJW in the 80s, like, not even just them, but they were going crazy for like Nagayo. Like, yes. Crowd work is unmatched in the 80s.
Yeah, they loved AJW. They were so invested, and they loved everybody and hated the people they wanted to hate. But an amazing crowd. Obviously, for this kind of style, just incredibly like rough looking spots dropping on your head. Yokota fucking gets thrown out the ring. Like, kind of crazy. The suplexes and limb work. We got a fucking airplay spin in the match. I thought it was gonna be an airplay spin into a DeathValleyDriver. It's about to pop like crazy, but no.
My favorite spot was the power driver and using the ropes to bounce off and just run and just hit it. I was like, my God.
Bro, that is nuts.
And also Yokota, using the ropes to hit like a jackhammer, which she was the innovator of the jackhammer, so Bill better be thanking her, even though
he doesn't know who she is. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He does not know, bro. All respect to Bill.
Yeah. No.
What? We'll get to Goldberg one day. We'll get to Goldberg one day. Goldberg good. But continue.
But to see a match like this in the 80s is just like incredible. And it's so crazy because both of these women are innovators in their own way. Like, Jaguar Yokota, not only she's one of the greatest to ever do it, but when we were watching Funk and Flair, I was like, Funk taught Jomo Saruda and Genichiro Tenryu, and he might be the greatest trainer, but Jaguar Yokota, I'm gonna list off these names of who she trained.
Yeah, I'm interested actually.
She trained Akira Koto,
Oh my god.
Megumi Kudo,
Huh.
Aja Kong,
Huh.
Kyoko and Takako Inoi, Mayumi Toyota, and I think she trained Bull Nakano. I could be wrong on Bull Nakano, but that list of wrestlers,
yeah, she's number one. She's number one.
It's just incredible.
That's the best. You know, that's the best.
And while we were watching that match, we were talking about Megumi Kuto, how a bunch of these Joshis retire so young. Like Megumi Kuto retired like under her 30s, and it's so crazy how Kudo retires and the person who trained her, Jaguar Yokota, is still wrestling today.
Yes.
It's just so unreal.
It varies and it's weird, but it is completely unreal, and that's changed a little bit today, but I don't know. But the incredible match, the giant swing. Oh my god, the giant swing. Young Claudio's taking notes, you know. All right. So they kind of do the abdominal stretch for about 8 hours. I'm just let me give my little negative here. They give the abdominal stretch. They do a little limb work for quite some time.
Limb work good.
Yeah, maybe not all that time. I will say, like, there was a part where I'm like, yo, this is kind of crazy. Where they're just, she was in one, I think, Yokota had Asuka in a hold for like 11 minutes. I'm like, this is kind of crazy. Like, but it's in service to the match in a way where once that's all done, they just go crazy. Once they get that out the way, it really emphasizes the rest of the match, the chaotic nature of the match.
Yeah, when we watched the edited version, I think they only showed like the second half, so it was like the fast-paced action. So when we watched the unedited version, they didn't show that part till the second half. So once all the limb work, everything that was done, and when they did the fast-paced action, that's when they wanted to show the entire match, like the fucking edited version.
My god. It's so funny. It's so funny. I was praising it. For being short.
It's like, hold your horses, man. This is the edited version.
I'm sure I've been tricked like that before, and I don't even know it. But
like when we were mentioning about the match, like I really like the match just because like the crowd, like I'm a sucker for crowd work. And
absolutely.
So like not just Nagayo, but Asuka was one of the biggest draws in pro wrestling. Like due to their popularity, like they were mainstream in Japan, and I don't know if numbers will show, but they were on par or even surpassing Hogan. And Hogan was like the biggest draw in the 80s in America.
Yeah, he was in Gremlins too.
They were a mainstream culture, and it's just great that this match like broke barriers, like Crush Gals, and this match like it helped Joshi Pro Wrestling to reach new heights.
Yeah, it really did break new ground, and it's so funny. You go to Cage Match; it's not even the highest rated match on the show from people on Cage Match. It's a Devil Masami match.
Yeah, I will say that match is better than the Lioness, Asuka, and Jaguar Yokota.
Okay, so
this is my opinion, but like I will say this: the Jaguar Yokota and Lioness, Asuka, and the Devil Masami and Chikutsu Nagayo match, those are probably the greatest back-to-back matches. I can't lie, because I watched both of them and I was like, this is sick as fuck. But the Masami and the Nagayo match, I just preferred more. If you do like that brawling style. Yeah.
Well, between all four of them, the Masami is my favorite of all of them.
Yeah, she's fucking awesome.
Yeah, she's such a fucking beast. I'm not sure if she has a 5-star. Hopefully we can talk more about Masami. But regardless, I think having said that, what is your rating for this match?
Well, due to watching this like 3 times, And I do prefer the Masami and Nagayo match.
Yep.
So I will say that this is a I'm either going for a 4.5 or 4 3, because there's some points where I'm just like, this match might be better than the triple threat. Like that's how I view it sometimes. But others, I'm just like, is this on par or is this not?
It's up there.
Yeah, like, but I think that this is a I did not write anything, so I'm just like going.
Dude, just go with the
point.
vibes, bro.
Yeah.
That's the best way. Yeah. We don't do spreadsheets, but we do though. We do spreadsheets, but we don't do spreadsheets here.
I got this as a 4.5.
Okay. I have it 4 3/4. I have 4 3/4. Don't quite have it as a 5, but is an amazing match.
Yeah.
Okay, so we kind of have to compromise here.
I'm cool with going 4 3/4.
All right.
If it was the Masami match and then the Nagayo match, that shit would be a 5. Fuck.
Really? I might just have to watch that. I might have to watch that off. I might have to watch that off stream.
Dave didn't even rate the match. I was like surprised. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, the tape only had the first match. They only had Lioness, Asuka, and Jaguar. But okay, so 4 3/4. We've yet to have a 5 on this list. Maybe these next 2 matches might have a 5. We'll see. I believe I know the next one up.
Yes. You want me to go ahead?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, so we have El Hijo del Vikingo versus Laredo Kid at DeathValley Showcenter 2022.
All right. So the information I got here for that match. Let's see. Okay, so this is the third of 4 5-star matches for Vikingo. And the second in a 2 5-star match streak. So Joe had that 3 streak going on. Vikingo had one in October 2022. He had 2 5-star matches back to back in that time period. I forget who he had the other one with. I can't remember. He had it like a week before. But this is the third of 3 5-star matches from Laredo Kid. And his only singles 5-star. He has, I think, a trios match or a multi-man match of 5, and he has 1 teaming with Vikingo. And this is the most recent match we have in the list. It's still 4 years old, but this is 5-star match 215. 215 of Dave's 5. So yeah, and the 6th of currently 6 AAA matches to have 5 stars. Maybe the last AAA match to have 5 stars.
Don't worry, El Grande Americano will get the 5.
Yeah. So I picked this match. This is one of my picks. I guess we could have gone over who was picking what. I picked Unbreakable 2005, and I picked this match, Laredo Kid and El Hijo del Vikingo. Miguel, he picked Lioness, Asuka, Jaguar, Yokota. Picked Flair, Funk. I picked this match on the purpose of Dave's become a generous man in his old age. He's been a lot more lenient with his 5-star matches than he was. Like in the 2000s, he has like, I don't even think he has 10 5-star matches he's given between 2000 and 2010. But there's quite a few in the 2020s so far. And I just looked at this match. I was going through like the list of matches. I just looked at this and I'm like, 5 stars?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know Dave was very high on Vikingo in his prime. Like, without question, Vikingo was a great talent. Like, before all the injuries, incredible talent. And I just knew that he probably had a fuck ton of 5ers from Dave.
Listen to Rey Mysterio, brother, please.
Yeah, he should have.
He has some things to say. But we watched the match, and I also like we won't have too much time to talk about Laredo Kid in this series. Very just solid, like high flyer, like luchador, like very good to great. He's had a few AEW appearances. I haven't seen him in a while. He did some TNA stuff. I think he's the cruiserweight champion in AAA now, or he's still there. He's still there, but just a very solid wrestler. Him and Vikingo, this match, have really good chemistry. So this match, it just had like Laredo Kid more or less like working
Dominant.
over, like just working over Vikingo for most of the time, and just like the first like 5 minutes of the match is just all Laredo Kid, and it's not like he's not like putting like rest holds on or whatever. He's just hitting him with like flashy offense, like diving at him outside the ring, puts him on the chair and dives at him. And then Vikingo finally gets his shit in, and it's all flashy, it's all cool, it's all good shit. And just overall, obviously, high paced match. Good stuff from both of them. Vikingo, Miguel, pretty much, you said everything that needs to be said. Vikingo was a very dynamic high flyer. I thought he was gonna be one of the best ever. I still think he's great now. I still think he's very good now. That Gable match is great, but in general, this is before a lot of those injuries, and he's moving great, and his offense is great. The 630 he does in a match is amazing. Like, just in general, seeing that move is crazy. Laredo Kid, his offense is really good. The Spanish fly he does, and his dives. I like the beer spot or whatever liquid.
Favorite
That's my
spot
favorite
for
spot in the match. Yeah, that's Matt. That was awesome. That came out of nowhere. He just picked up a fucking bottle. The first
Just threw it at him.
he hits Vikingo in the head with it and doesn't break, and then he hits it again, like just like a dunk on his head, and then the second hit explodes this orange liquid, and then he puts him in a ring, and he pretty much wins after that. Very high, fast-paced match. I like Lucha Libre a lot, and I like high, fast-paced, high-flying matches a lot. However, my suspicions were kind of right.
Yeah.
I don't really see how this is a 5. I don't really.
But it's just like this match it's a solid match, but it's nothing like worth taking notes or like telling people probably watch this match like the best lucha libre match,
Sure. Yeah, it's plenty of other
I feel
ones.
like I feel like I've seen better matches on like Friday shows in CML.
It felt like the best match in like some Dynamites, right? Where like if this match is on Raw, it'd be the best match on Raw. Like, but it didn't feel like a 5-star match should have a lot of atmosphere. It should feel like it's a part of like wrestling history, and all historians should be watching it. But it just felt like just a great match. It's very good to great match. But it didn't feel like it should have like a place in like wrestling history. Like it should be anywhere close to the matches we're talking about today, or we have talked about today.
Yeah. So what rating you're going for? Because I'm very curious.
I'm more curious about yours, but I guess I'll go first.
Okay.
I think.
Is it under 4?
Like, no, that's what I'm thinking, bro. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's what I had. I was like, is it a 3.5 or is this a 3?
I definitely think it's a 3.25 to a 4. I just don't know where I'm landing.
That's what I felt too, because I feel like this was a good match, but not like one that's like, I feel like what I said is like the 4 stars and above. That's like the god tiers, you know,
Yes.
like.
Yes.
But like this just did not feel like it. It just felt like a normal like match, like a good match where it's just like, okay, it was good.
Exactly. Exactly. I think it's a 4. I think it's a 4. It was for a title. You know, there's like a title tax there. Laredo Kid won. That surprised me too. Um, I'd give it like a 4. What about you?
Um, probably a th- probably a 3 4.
Three and
Well,
four
3
quarters.
point. Yeah, 3.75. Yeah, I was like, that's like a
3.
3.75.
Mm,
Or I might go a little bit. I don't know, because I feel like that's I'll go with 3.75.
3 3/4. I can go down to that. I don't feel strongly enough of it at 4 to argue it being at 4 still. I think it
I
is a
don't know how
great
you would
match.
feel go lower, because I was like even talking about 3.5, but I don't know how you would feel
I, w-
going
I
three and a
wouldn't
half
go
on
I wouldn't go 3.5. I wouldn't go because
Okay.
I still think it's very good to even great, but it's not fiber. It's just not. But
Yeah, I was surprised because I know for sure when we get to Vikingo, like more matches from Vikingo, especially during this
mm,
period, there's gonna be matches where we're gonna be rating more higher than this one.
we got the Kenny match, that'll
Yeah,
come up at one point, yeah. But yeah. So yeah, I give it like we'll go through 3 1/4, which doesn't matter. It's under 4. That'll be under the under 4 tier. Still very good match. Uh Nothing against either guy. I like both guys a lot, but Dave was a little off on that one. But luckily Dave was never off again.
because we have our main event.
Their main event, the 5-star match Dave rated in 1997. Stone Cold Steve Austin, Bret the Hitman Hart. This is the 83rd, sorry, 83rd 5-star match rated by Dave. WrestleMania 13. This is the second of 2 5-star matches Stone Cold Steve Austin has. It's his only 5-star match that's a singles match. His only singles 5-star. And the only 5-star as the Stone Cold character. Dave stopped giving matches 5 stars after 97, at least in the World Wrestling Federation. So Stone Cold did not get any more 5 stars after this match. That's really up for debate. I can name at least 2 more, but neither here nor there. This is the second of 2 5-star matches Bret Hart has, both of them in the WWF. This is the third of 24 5-star matches given to WWE / WWF. And this match is like my second favorite match ever, maybe my third favorite match ever. Sorry, it's a bit of a spoiler. To where I'll probably put it, but I never get tired of watching this match, man. I just
Yeah,
never.
it wouldn't be crazy to say that like throughout the history of professional wrestling, like all of it, like this is the best and arguably the most significant match of all time.
It just does like everything right, like everything it's
But
set out to do.
for Austin wise, it's either this match or it's so funny because it's either this match that did a lot for Stone Cold or the match that didn't even have Stone Cold involved, which was the screw job. Because I feel like the screw job helped Austin more due to
Sure,
the aftermath of what happened with McMahon and his whole character.
sure, yeah,
But
definitely.
the whole feud of this was great. I don't know if we want to run down this entire feud, but this feud was just incredible stuff.
Yeah. Quick rundown. Just it was just
Yeah.
two
So
guys that. Oh, you go for it. Go for it.
no, I was pretty much talking about how I liked how Brett felt bitter, how everything was going around, and it felt genuine because in the WWF he was this like phenomenal talent, like widely regarded as one of the best, and yet backstage politics like kept them from being the top spot. So
Sure. Yeah.
seeing guys like Shawn Michaels hold the championship, Bret had every right to feel frustrated, you know? And
Mm-hmm.
at the Royal Rumble, he feels like he should be champion. They're facing Shawn Michaels, trying to get that win back from WrestleMania 12, which that shitty match. But
Yeah, good thing he didn't rate that 5. Good thing he didn't rate that 5.
Austin wins the Rumble, but it definitely wasn't clean. I don't know if you remember this, but he gets tossed over the top.
I watched that last year. Yeah, nope.
And then he eliminates everybody. Bret's pissed. And then following that, Shawn Michaels does his infamous "I lost my smile" promo, which we don't know the real reason. I don't think Shawn said the reason why. Probably his injury, but many people have their theories, including Bret. But Bret was denied to get his revenge against Shawn, and it made him even more angry. And then Bret ends up winning the vacated championship. And then the next night, Sid comes back and Austin just fucks him over. And instead of Austin facing Sid at Mania, we get Taker as the number 1 contender. It's Taker and Sid, and then while Austin while Austin and Bret go at it at WrestleMania 13, which so shocking that match did not main event.
Yeah, well, it fucking should have. But most of the time, the title match main evented Mania at that time. Besides when Hogan was there. Hogan actually main evented over Savage at 8. Bastard. For the match itself, so many people have talked about it. It's hard to really give it a lot of justice, but we will. I've listened to Bret and Austin both talk about this match separately and together. I love that video they did a year or 2 ago when they're talking about the whole match, like side by side, one of like the Broken Skull sessions. And I love how Bret loves himself. It is what it is. And
awesome.
He talks about the match like he talks about like putting it together. Like the coolest way he describes it is like it's a schoolyard fight. It's like the pretty boy, like the popular kid against like the bald-headed delinquent, and it's just like something he would do like when he was in school and he was a kid. And it feels like an uncontrollable storm of them just brawling all across the arena, which was pretty unique at the time. And it looks awesome because it's not really produced that well. There's like one camera like from afar, like looking at them brawl, and Shamrock's trying his best to like stop it. Shamrock's really good in this match too. He's a good presence. Understated part of it. Just an overall, just a physical, awesome, bloody affair. Austin never bladed before, and Bret did it for him. He cut him up, and Vince McMahon didn't know at the time. Just thought he got open hard way. But if something went wrong or Austin, like, he was in charge of blading, just imagine that alternate history. Like, if Austin was in charge of, like, gigging himself and he decided, like, oh, I don't think so tonight, that might not be a whole different match looking back at it.
Yeah, Bret locking in the sharpshooter and Austin bleeding is like one of the most iconic photos in professional wrestling. And
it might
I
be
remember,
the best.
Yeah, and we were talking about it, and you were like, and people say that blood does not matter in pro wrestling. Like, come on,
bro.
Like, look at that.
Bullshit. That's bullshit. They stopped saying that. By the way, this is WWE fans. I'm not trying to pick a fight with WWE fans. I love The Rock, but let's just be honest. When AEW was bleeding every week, and WWE fans are on Twitter saying, this is like indie bullshit. Like, blood does not belong in wrestling. And then when The Rock had bloody Cody Rhodes in the rain, and it was the coolest thing ever, and you guys just had to pretend that y'all weren't saying that. I'm just saying. Like this image is not like the coolest wrestling image ever. But hey, man. But
and
just
You can go ahead.
Nah, just like a super physical, like just brawl, like nothing like beautiful in an ugly sort of way. Like it just completely off the rails, uh, just fucked up brawling and intensity, and it just succeeds in every facet of what wrestling should be. Like it's physical, it tells a story, an effective story, and the drama is very like real in it because of the stipulation. You know, we have two more or less submission matches we're talking about today, and the drama on the Flair Folk match is great, but this one, like even knowing what happens, just seeing like Bret struggle against Austin, like he's like choking him and putting him in the the walls of Austin, you know, like really, it's amazing stuff. And Austin selling, like the selling of this match is beautiful. It just they don't oversell it. They they just really sell like two guys that came from a huge like brawl, and I don't know. I gush over this match all the time. It's
Yeah.
an amazing
Same.
work of art.
And
Wrestling is art.
yeah, and the beauty of this was even despite losing, Austin came out as the biggest winner.
Yes, yes.
He did not tap out.
Nope.
He bled and he was just running out of blood and he passed out instead. And that's when the whole double turn happened. And it's just incredible because Austin was a heel and then he turns babyface. And, I wouldn't say 97 was his year, but to be in the ring with, in my opinion, the greatest wrestler in that year for the company, Bret Hart, which I
Wow.
know many would say, what about Taker? What about Shawn?
No
Shawn
Taker.
was hurt for majority of 97. Don't give me that bullshit.
Hurt in quotation marks, really.
Yes. Yeah, he was hurt, and people want to say how he's the face of 97. Fuck out of here. But to have the match with Bret Hart and Bret Hart making him look like $1,000,000 out there, just great out there. And just a year later, Austin became the biggest face of the company in 98.
Yeah, and that double turn working is just, it worked and worked such an effective way. They probably shouldn't. This Sammy and Trick, you guys got a lot. If they go for that double turn, they got a lot to live up to.
And Sammy
I
has to not phone it in as a heel.
I I don't want to talk about heel Sami Zayn. We're talking about the best match ever, but yeah, come on, Sammy. But just they went out there, and the whole goal of the match was we need to establish Bret as the top heel of the company and Austin as the upcoming top face in the company. And they did that, in such a really effective way. I mean, Bret was coming into the match, he was like high fiving fans, and he got the big pop, and he left the match, giving the finger to fans and just talking shit to people. And it felt natural. It felt very natural and felt earned. And Austin, being cheered for after felt earned. Him giving the stunner to the ref after didn't feel like, oh, I'm still heel, whatever. It just felt like a defiant guy. It just, I don't know. Everything. There's not one negative about this match. There's not one negative. We've been talking probably like 10 minutes about this match. Just, I think we're both giving it a 5. I'm pretty sure. I know I am.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Dave, you got this one right for sure. You didn't get any of these wrong, really, besides maybe the Vikingo. But for the illustrious DeathValleyDriver, come on. Yeah, but this will be definitely our first 5-star on our list from Dave's 5s. We've gone for 5 for that. And what a great match to put 5, yes, for that first on the list. Clearly, Ospreay and Oku will be joining this. Uh, why you laugh? Why
Are
you
we
laughing,
gonna
bro?
watch that like the next video?
I don't know about the next video. We'll watch it at what point. We'll watch.
You know what? I'm gonna torture us and put that one match. You know the match I'm talking
Oh
about.
no, we can talk about that. We can talk about that. But yeah, but that will be it, guys. That is 5 for 5. We talked over an hour about 5 good to great wrestling matches. I enjoyed watching it, my brother. We had a great time, and we've got a lot more matches to go. We'll probably get to like 100 matches, and Dave will be at 500. So the never-ending battle, as they say.
Yeah.
But I had a great time, Miguel. How about you, man?
I had a great time, and I can't wait to watch more matches. Obviously, depending on their scheduling, but this was a fun time to go back and watch these matches. And like I said again, watching these matches with somebody, it definitely makes things more fun. So can't wait to do it again.
Yeah, man.
And maybe and do it for more years.
Absolutely. We got it. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for listening. Please, if you feel so inclined, leave us a like, subscription, give us a follow on Twitter. I'll be making the Twitter during the process of the editing of this video. All good tweets will be from Miguel. All bad tweets will be from me. Just keep that in mind. And
Hold on now.
You want to take credit for bad tweets? I'll take the blame.
I wouldn't be opposed to it.
Okay. Well,
we both can get hate. That's fair to me.
Anyway, but guys, thanks so much for listening. Appreciate the support to DeathValleyDriver, and we'll see you guys next time.